Hello everyone, and welcome back to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. And in today's video, I bring you the final chapter of the Panther build. And as you guys have seen in the end of part 2, I got the Panther primed, painted, and the camo done. And yes, I did accomplish it freehand. So, yeah, I think it looks good for my first real freehand camo. Some might not, but I like it, and that's all that matters, I guess, right? I also, I did a couple of dirt washes and stuff like that, you know, just before adding the decals and stuff like that. So now it's all down to the finishing touches. This build has been pretty much straight out of the box, with a few exceptions. I made the homemade front fender, you know, with metal. I did add that photo etch little chain for the cap for the barrel cleaning rods, and you know, I thought it looked cool hanging down, you know, I mean, so that was cool. And I didn't use the decals that came with the kit. I thought they were really bland. I didn't think there was a whole lot to them, you know. So, but as you can see, I am in one of my favorite parts of the build right now, and that is doing the chipping. And I have already employed the world famous Mr. Reimagined Models leather dye dauber trick, and now I'm just going in with the brush, and I'm getting in little spots here and there where I want more. And yeah, like I said, this has been going really good. I am extremely happy with the way that it's turned out, and yeah, I mean, really, it's do these few finishing touches and we are good to go. I am trying something a little bit new with my video here, so you guys let me know down in the comments below if you like it or not. I have really condensed 6 hours worth of footage into 17 minutes, so check out those. Yeah, look at that chipping. That's pretty good, I think. I'm really happy and proud of them. So yeah. Now while that's drying, it is almost time to start on the dirt and mud effects. And this is where I go back to using the VMS Smart Mud that I have. This stuff is at least 2 or 3 years old, and it was all dried up. And I've tested it on a couple of things where I've just added some water and stuff, but this time here I'm trying it with actual paint, and it worked out really well, I think. Now I know what you guys are thinking, that's an awful dark color on an awful light thing, but I actually will come back in later on and do some more after this dries, and then I'm going to use a different shade of paint, you know, to kind of lighten it up. And then with the dirt washes and stuff like that, and the tracks hiding most of it, you're never really going to notice it. So I mean, you didn't even really have to do it, but the finishing of the build is actually my favorite part. I get to do all the chipping and stupid stuff like this where, yeah, you're never going to see the stuff, but I know it's there, so, and I know I got to do it, so for me it's really fun. But this VMS Smart Mud, it was seriously, it was as dry as probably, I'm going to say, a brick, I mean, or dirt. I mean, it was really dry. And a couple of builds ago, I added some water to it just to get that because it's got that rough texture. And I put it down there, and I was testing it out, and it worked really good. And then on my T34 diorama, I reconstituted it, I guess, or got it wet again with water, and it's held up really well. It hasn't cracked or none of that stuff, and so I figured, why not? I've got 3/4 of that big jar there, and I've probably got maybe a third of one of the little small things of the weathering effects or dirt effects from Vallejo. So I figure, why not use this stuff up? It's old, and I mean, why not? And then I'm putting it on the tracks. Now later on, you guys might catch me, I'm actually not putting it on the very bottom that touched the ground. Now while I'm waiting for that stuff to dry, I'm going to come in here, and this is where I start messing around with adding my rust effects with pigments and stuff like that. And later on, towards the end, I will actually come back in with some crusted rust after and before the 2 final washes. So here I'm just putting this on dry, and when I do the washes, that'll set it in. So I'm just I'm putting it on a little bit thick, because I know as I'm handling it and everything like that, some of it's gonna get worn off and stuff. So yeah, when you guys see the final version of it, I think you guys will like it. Those there tow cables were actually fairly easy for me. They went together really, really nice. Now I know the gray seems really light. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the lighting, but that's actually I took some intermediate gray and gunmetal, and I mixed the two, and that's what I use for my steel look on the tracks. And then I'm just continuing on hitting up all this other stuff here. Now here in a second, once I get this on, then I'll hop over and I'll start adding some more dirt effects or mud effects and stuff like that, because I want this to have that dirty look to it, but not too dirty. I want it to look like it came out of a forest. And that is, I can't remember what color that was. I know that's not the brown that's over there. I think that is a natural tan or something like that. I can't remember, but mixed it in with the VMS Smart Mud, and I'm just going right over the other stuff, and it actually blended in really well, especially once the washes hit. And then, as you can see, I did the little speckle thing underneath the sponsons there, so they got a little bit of dirt and stuff too. Not that anybody's actually ever gonna inspect underneath there, but I had to do it. Why not? Excuse me, sorry. Can't forget the tracks, gotta get them. And yes, I do go all the way across. I don't do just the outside edge of these. I do that on quite a few of my builds, but this one here, I just wanted to test and see just how well this stuff will hold up. I mean, I've never mixed it with paint. I'm sure in theory, it should work just fine. I mean, considering normally it's just moist and you squish it in there and it sticks, so I'm sure the paint should help it hold together quite nicely. Gotta get the inside there on the edges. So what do you guys think of that freehand camo I did there? You guys like that? I think it turned out really good. I'm not gonna lie, I think it worked out really good, especially with the way that I did the thumbnails. I had a hard time getting that done because I couldn't find it in some spots. I couldn't find the edges of the tank and the stuff like that where I was using Photoshop. Oh, speaking of that, wait till the end. I'll show you. I It was kind of neat because I did a Google Maps search for the Ardennes forest, and it's not quite the Ardennes forest, but it's close enough. It's in that general vicinity, but yeah, you might get a kick out of it. And here is almost the final steps now. It's just going through here with the AK Crusted Rust. I love this stuff. This stuff, it to me, it actually just brings this stuff to life really, really well. I like the Vallejo rusting effects, but this stuff is just, for me, it's a lot better. I think I need to get the whole set of the AK here. I know that Reimagined Models uses AK quite a bit, or is mostly what he uses. So I may have to change brands, but I really do. I like this Crusted Rust for these effects. Works really well. As you can see there, I did put, after I got done with the dirt effects and stuff and got the running gear on, I did a dirt wash again, so it toned a lot of everything down. And so that's what I'm coming back in here for now, is to brighten up the, I guess, the newer rust areas, you know, or whatever, the ones that would be the lighter color. And then, even though it may seem really bright, it'll tone down once I put that last wash on. But you know how it goes. And I am not gonna lie, doing those little itty bitty lines like that is so time consuming. I'm using I think that's an 18 triple op brush, and it is really super fine, and it works great for getting them little small chips in for these builds like this. But I've never had good luck with the other brushes, the streaking brushes and stuff like that. For me, they're just too much. Using one of these brushes, for me, gives me way more control, but it just takes so much time because you know, I mean, it's like using the pointy end of a needle to do your streaking with. It works though, it does work. But I think you can notice here on the turret, after that wash, how it toned down all that pigment and stuff like that. I think it did pretty good. Got to get in them little crevices. I use my phone to make these videos, so it's really hard to get in really good and close. But yeah, you'll like it here at the end. You will. These things are so finicky. I've tried using GoPros, and I don't have any luck with them things. They get so hot. The video looks honestly like trash. I mean, I've got it set on. I've tried every setting. I've done the beginner. I did intermediate, and I've tried all sorts of. It doesn't work for me. So I just use my phone because it actually stays in focus most of the time, unless I get really up close. But it works better. And it wouldn't be an old dad's build without the numbers and stuff having some sort of chipping or streaking or rust effects or something like that in it. I think that's like my signature move. You got to mess up everything that looks pretty. But we're almost done. Like I said, stick around. Got some really cool glamour shots at the end for you guys. And thanks to Google Maps, I think they turned out really neat. And if you guys like that stuff, let me know down below in the comments. And you know, we're getting there. It's almost to the end. So as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. Truly, I do this for my enjoyment, and you know, I don't make any money off this stuff. So you guys watching it actually is a huge compliment. So I thank you guys for that. Also, if you're not already, I don't know why you wouldn't be, because you're watching the videos. Consider subscribing. I mean, it does not cost anything. It's free, besides the notifications when I post new videos. I mean, so there's no cashola coming out of your pockets, and it helps the channel grow. Lets me do more stuff like this, and yeah. Also, we're still well on our way to 500 subs by the end of the year, so you guys keep it up. You rock. Let's hit that number. And down below in the description box, there is a link to our Discord. Click on that, just like subscribing. It's free. Come in, hang out, talk. More importantly, post pictures of your builds. And until the next video, guys, enjoy the glamour shots. I will see you later. Bye-bye.